Hi, I'm Ted Nelson, February 2018. I want to talk about literature. Now you see, in the technical world, they think about documents. And they think about documents as simple one-way files. But I want to talk about literature because the repository of human information and knowledge has been in books, in articles, in magazines, in newspapers, and taken together, these are literature. Now here is a marvelous book, it's in French, Littérature, with illustrations of all the literatures of the past, all the things there are to know from the past in different media, different forms of publication, different forms of recording. Our computer literature is so stunted with the sequentialization, the PDF model, which is one long strip, unless it was made in something like PageMaker, in which case it can have stuff on the side, but that's very rare. So the kind of literature we ought to be able to have, the kind of literature the human race needs, has to do with the study of all the ways we used to do writing, and all the kinds of things we want to say, and how to connect them. Because connection is the issue, not file structure, and how to maintain those connections in depth across the ever-broadening sea of electronic documents. This is the terrible situation we face now. And let's also talk about cut and paste, shall we? In 1984, that Orwellian year, the Macintosh came out and they changed the meaning of cut and paste. Now here is a book, also in French, on the manuscripts of authors from a great exhibit, it's still online, Brillant d'écrivain. And here we see the many different ways that authors rearranged their contents. In different decades, different years, different authors, different methods. Balzac wore a knife around his neck to cut the manuscripts and repaste them. And Tolstoy called them his noodles. He would dictate from one pasted up arrangement of pieces to which he'd added, and then his two daughters would each make a copy, in handwriting, of course, there were no typewriters, and one copy would put aside for reference, and the other copy he would cut up and leave around the floor of his dacha, Yasnaya Polyana, and he would call out as he went for a walk in the woods, "Don't touch my noodles." How do I know that story? My grandmother went to a lecture, my grandmother, Jean Park Holm, went to a lecture by one of Tolstoy's daughters in which that story was told. So authors have always needed forms of rearrangement that we have lost in the computer age. So literature and being able freely to manipulate the pieces, these are the aspects of writing that we need to consider for the future. Thank you.